None. Ms. Tiffany Stone.
First, I want to know last person and that's not in the fire on the teams. We could look some of our father times, we are years.
This is a road rage incident where the defendant pointed a gun at the victims and threatened to kill them. The victim is against God. State is against God. The defendant is dangerous, threatening the community and the victims.
I'm 33 years old, lived in an entire life, had a big living experience in the area. He's also a mother to an adult child who has a big deal of situation. She is recipient of a high school degree and has gone on to get a degree in criminal justice from 1935. She's on a fixed income. He has been there for real estate for the past 8 years, so the financial circumstances are more limited and also in addition to he's been a physical condition in addition to he's been able to do how to get him to but that's really good because and she's better balanced they I get very smart with planning and planning to go for
Federal rights to minister the Mac. Fine. 6 cycles, 13.25, Beverly, 9.25. And then we got he's on probation for Paris Health Department. Battery family lots. 23 SC 14678. Safe is 12, 18.22. For 6 months, confinement for 6 months. Probation. Nothing but.
Old probation for aggravated assault and robbery. Part of that probation was prohibition against possessing drugs. Defendant told what that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all well this afternoon. We'll get started as soon as courtroom 2 gets on with us, and we have some prosecutors on with us. Good afternoon, Ms. McLeod. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm well. Thank you for asking.
I understand that you'd like for your cases to go first today, so we'll oblige if they're ready for us. I see that you have 2 females. Are those both at ACDC?
Yes, Your Honor, they are.
One guy also for Ms. number 7, Mr. Crowder.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We are providing you with the assistance of a public defender or conflict defender this afternoon if you do not have a private attorney and choose to utilize their service. Let's see, do we have any of the prosecutors on us yet?
For Ms. Williams Jones.
Okay, I guess we cannot proceed until we get a prosecutor on the line with us. Mr. Sirocco, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. Which case are we on?
We're just starting. We'll take, I believe, position number 7 first. That's Mr. Crowder. Good afternoon, Mr. Crowder. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003012J with battery, theft by taking, and willful obstruction of law enforcement. Good afternoon, Ms. Harvey. Is there a history?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Last arrest December 24th, 2025 out of Fulton County for theft by shoplifting, criminal damage to property in a PI case. He was sentenced March 31st, 2026 to 12 months probation for that case. There's also probation out of Fulton County for burglary, sentenced July 7, 2025 to 5 years and 8 months on probation. He was sentenced in 2017 under first offender for burglary and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. That case was sealed in 2021. There's a 2023 criminal trespass and disorderly conduct, 2 FTAs from 2025, a hold out of DeKalb County, and in addition, an open case out of Fulton County under 26 PI 003726 for destroying an electric monitoring, and nothing further.
Thank you. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Sirocco.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This incident took place May 9th, 2026. The victim's name here is Miss Demetria Franklin. On this date, this was at 2621 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta. The defendant had asked her, a complete stranger to him, to borrow a lighter, and when she asked for it back, he hit her in the head with he hit her with a rock, causing bleeding. When officers arrived, he ran and was found hiding in the woods behind Donald Lee Hollowell. He stated he had taken an unknown narcotic, so he was taking a Grady at that time. Judge, with his history and with the facts here, this being a complete stranger, this is a public safety case. The state's recommendation is going to be based on that, and as well as his history, which is, as you've heard, recent and significant. $4,000 total surety. We're recommending $3,000 on the battery and $500 on each for the theft by taking and the obstruction. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. We think that a social worker visit for BH might be appropriate here, Your Honor, and no further contact with Demetria Franklin, as well as stay away from that 2621 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway address in Atlanta. If we could sound from Miss Franklin, Judge.
Franklin is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 34 years old. He lives in Atlanta. He tells me that he is the father of 5 children. He maintains that the lighter was actually his and not hers, and that she was the one who borrowed it from him. But nevertheless, Your Honor, my client has a hold. In fact, I believe I heard there's a hold from, and there is also one in Fulton County. He is not in a position to make any significant bond, Your Honor. I spoke with him about that. Plus, he has the holds. So I would ask the court to lower his bond so that he can go to DeKalb County to take care of that hold. Because even if he bonds out of Fulton, he will not be going home. He'll actually be going to DeKalb County. So I would ask the court to take that into consideration in setting a bond for him. Also, Your Honor, he does tell me that he's homeless. So I believe a social worker visit would be appropriate.
Okay, for the battery, it will be $1,000 good bond. For each of the other charges, a $500 good bond makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. Social worker visit to assess for BHET and housing. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the Donnelly Parkway address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Crowder.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. So can we go to ACDC now and take the
Yeah,
other
no.
two?
Yeah, taking 3, Miss Butler.
Good afternoon, Ms. Butler. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0029999G with simple battery family violence and battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
5 cycles. Last arrest was May 12, 2021, out of College Park for driving while license suspended or revoked. There is a 2005 battery conviction. Recommendation from pretrial is a level 1 and nothing further.
Good afternoon, Ms. Evans-Battle.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. It appears that on May the 9th of 2026 at 2071 Freeman Court in College Park, Mr. Wilson, who is the victim in this case, James Wilson, indicating he was attempting to leave the apartment for work when Miss Butler swung a bat at him, hitting him in the left leg. He stated he tried to defend himself and attempted to take the bat away from her. And in doing so, the bat struck her in the mouth. Both subjects were, of course, placed under arrest at that particular time. And so our bond recommendation as to Brianna Butler at this time, with her prior history, we'd ask for on the simple battery family violence, $2,500 for, and on the battery family violence, we're asked for $3,500 for a $6,000 total bond. We are asking that it be surety, and if the court is inclined to not do a surety, we'd ask that it be at level 2, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And at this time, I would ask for no further contact with Mr. Wilson and stay away from the location 2071 Freeman Court in College Park.
Was Mr. Wilson also charged with misdemeanors? I don't see him on the calendar. Or was he addressed previously?
My understanding was that it was a dual arrest, Your Honor, but I don't know whether he's on today or not.
I don't think that he's not on the calendar as a dual arrest, but just from the information that was contained in the warrant, it appeared that he was arrested at the time. So I don't know. But they indicated that she was considered the primary aggressor in this dispute. So.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ms. McLeod.
Your Honor, my client maintains that she was not the primary aggressor in this dispute. She has no significant history. Therefore, I'm asking for a signature bond for her. She's 57 years old. She's gainfully employed, lives in the Atlanta area. That particular address, Your Honor, is her address. They do not live together, and that is her home. So we would ask that there be no stay away from the location, since she's the only one who lives there. And Mr. Wilson does not live there. He just happened to be visiting. Nothing further, Your Honor. And she's fine with no further contact.
Okay. For the simple battery, it will be a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For the battery, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 makes for a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Mr. Wilson. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Butler.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, next we got 25, Ms. Norman.
Good afternoon, Ms. Norman. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0030000B with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
One prior, Your Honor, for a DUI from March 13th, 2021. No disposition was listed. Recommendations of UJR through the jail. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor, it appeared that this may have been a dual arrest as well. The victim in the case is Chandria Adams, and I actually believe she's on the calendar. It's at 1567 Harvard Avenue in College Park. There was an argument over a Ring camera that led to Miss Adams packing her belongings to leave the home, which made Miss Norman upset, and she charged at her. The allegation is that she choked her. Then Miss Adams pepper sprayed Miss Norman, and Miss Adams had red and swollen marks on her neck, chest, and nose. Her eye and Miss Norman's eyes were red, and there was a bite mark on her as well. Our bond recommendation at this time is for a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services. We are asking for no further contact. And I'm not sure whose home. It appears they live together in the home. And the court will make that decision about contact. I believe Miss Adams is on the line. So we've not had an opportunity to speak with her in reference to this. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Is this Miss Adams in courtroom 1 here? I mean, courtroom 2?
Your
No?
Honor, is that Chandria Adams?
Yes.
I will get her a little later.
Okay, I just wanted, if she was in the courtroom, I just wanted to do this at the same time, but given that she's not, yes, Ms. McLeod.
Yes, Your Honor. We are okay with the signature bond recommended by the state, Your Honor. My client tells me that she would prefer no further violent contact as a condition. They have apparently been in a relationship for over 3 years, Your Honor. They got into some kind of what my client calls an argument, which resulted in both of them getting arrested, Your Honor. But my client is fine with no further violent contact. She tells me also that this is her place, that Miss Adams lives with her, but the lease is in her name.
Okay. It will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. If they're going to go back and live together, I'm gonna have both of them begin the family violence intervention program. No further violent contact with Ms. Adams, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck
Thank
to
you, Your
you,
Honor.
Ms. Norman.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that concludes
Yes.
my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. McLeod. We'll see you next time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And then we got 38, Mr. Zachary.
Good afternoon, Mr. Zachary. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0030007A with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
52 cycles. Last arrest March 24, 2026, out of Fulton County for criminal trespass. Appears to be on probation for criminal trespass. Sentenced January 29th, 2026 to 12 months on probation. Also on probation for criminal trespass and damage to property. Sentenced January 29th, 2026 to 12 months on probation. And for battery, sentenced February 12th, 2026. On probation out of Gwinnett for forgery, sentenced July 4, 2025 to 5 years on probation. In addition, there are FTAs from 2021, 2024, a DUI from 2021, criminal trespass from 2019, simple battery from 2016, and at least 6 other convictions outside the 10-year period. Recommendation is a level 3 and nothing further.
Ms. Harvey, is there an open trespass in Fulton County?
Yes, Your Honor, that last arrest appears to be open.
And can you tell me what the case number is?
I will, yes, Your Honor, one moment.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. So this was a May 10th incident, 2026 at 267 Marietta Street. It's the Embassy Suites in Atlanta. There's a trespass call there. And the defendant, who was on the property, he had been issued a criminal trespass warning January 9th of this year. Indefinite trespass from that Embassy Suites there. He nonetheless returned to the residence, and it did appear he was, to the officer, heavily intoxicated. With his recent convictions, with two criminal trespass convictions in the past year, that other battery conviction within the past year, the state's recommendation here is going to be a $2,000 surety. We would recommend social worker visit for housing, BH, and possibly substance abuse here. Stay away from the Embassy Suites at 267 Marietta Street in Atlanta, as well as no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Carly, were you able to get that number for me?
Double checking Odyssey, I'm sorry, the GCIC, because it's not showing. Okay, so it was with the MARTA Police Department, Your Honor, so it's not showing it in Odyssey,
Okay.
but it's showing on
Okay.
GCIC with MARTA. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yes, Ms. Kim. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Jackery is 45 years old. He was born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. He does have two adult children, and after 10th grade, he got his GED successfully, Your Honor. And indeed, he was shot 8 times. So ever since 2022, he could not work anymore. So he's getting a Social Security disability income. However, he's allowed to work 20 hours per week, and he's been really diligent to find new employment to get out of this homelessness. So he has been residentially challenged for the last 5 months minimum. However, he finally got a job at Higher Quest for extra money so he can have a roommate and then get a place. It is on the way, and he's really doing much, much better. And Your Honor, he was actually arrested at the subway right around the corner from that Embassy Suite. There's a park here between Embassy Suite and my client. He was passing by, and I actually measured the distance between where my client was arrested and Embassy Suite is 0.2 miles. It is 352 yards, which is a lot more than 200 yards that he has a restriction against. And I really don't think that he should be arrested for this at all. He was just targeted because he is a repeat offender. The police knows him. They just automatically assume that he was doing bad, and they just grab him and arrest, and which is not right. He is trying to be different. He's getting a job. He's trying to get a house. Your Honor, I really want you to get a second chance, so we ask for a signature on bond. If Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond, we ask for $10 cash bond. Thank you.
Okay, be $1,000 good bond. No, stay away from the Embassy Suites on Marietta Street. Social worker visit to assess for BHET and possible housing. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Zachary.
Your Honor, can you have a 10% program? He does that.
That's fine with the court, Ms. Kim.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And if that number 30, Ms. Smith?
One over there, exactly.
Good afternoon, Ms. Smith. You have been charged in case 26CR003021G with terroristic threats and acts and disorderly conduct. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor. First arrest. Recommendation was a level 1. Nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Siraka.
Yes, Your Honor, this incident took place, this was May 10th, at 1595 Archer Street in Atlanta. That residence officers were dispatched there in reference to a disorderly female, and upon arrival made contact with the victim here and the caller, Miss Erica Smith. She explained that her daughter, Trinisa, had been terrorizing the home, destroying picture frames, breaking glass, and threatening her that she's going to burn the house down while she's in it. She explained that her 13-year-old son, juvenile DM, had witnessed these acts by the defendant here. And when Mirandized and asked if she had done what she was accused of, she responded, yes, she kept trying me. And officer observed the broken property on the floor, broken picture frames, as well. A Miss Sharice Smith also witnessed this incident. The state's recommendation is going to be out of concern with respect to the victim's safety here, the safety of anyone living in that household. We are recommending a $1,500 surety, 1,000 on the terroristic threats and acts, and 500 on the disorderly conduct. We would recommend 2 days anger awareness, no further contact with Erica Smith. Stay away from 1595 Archer Street in Atlanta, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. We have not been able to speak with Miss Smith yet. If the court could sound for her at the appropriate time, I believe that's all for the state.
Ms. Smith is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Good afternoon, Ms. Patton.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ms. Smith is 22 years old. She is a native to Atlanta. She did attend Frederick Douglass High School. At this point, she's been working for Shipt and a couple other delivery services. She also is in trade school to be a dental assistant. She does have 3 children, where she was living with her mom. Your Honor, at this point, we'd ask for a signature bond through pretrial level 1 so that she can get back to her 3 children. She does have somewhere to go. She is okay with staying away from the home. I'm sure there'll be no issue with the drugs, alcohol, or weapons or any anger management. We just ask that she be given a surety bond to get back to her children so that she can take care of them.
Okay, for each charge will be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. She's to have 5 anger management classes, stay away from the Archer Street address, no further contact with Ms. Smith, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. I do also want her to have a social worker visit in case she needs assistance with housing.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'd also ask for a one-time visit for her to go and retrieve her belongings from the home.
Okay, she can have a one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings. Good luck to you, Ms. Smith.
Thank you.
All right, next we got 5 and 6, Mr. Coleman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Coleman. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003010A with theft by taking, and in case 26 CR 003011A with fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, driving while your license was suspended or revoked, failure to maintain insurance, suspended registration, and willful obstruction of law enforcement. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
7 cycles. The last arrest was February 20th, 2024, out of Cobb County for fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, 2 counts, possession of a Schedule 1 controlled substance, driving on a suspended, cancel, or revoked registration, and obstruction of a law enforcement officer. There was no disposition listed for this case. Appears to be probation out of Fulton County for simple assault, family violence, sentenced July 18th, 2025 to 12 months probation. Also received first offender in 2018 for sale of marijuana and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. There's a 2021 conviction for fleeing or attempting to elude. Holds out of Cobb County and a hold out of Noonan. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
Mr. Soroka?
Yes, Your Honor. With respect to the fleeing and eluding case, I don't have the which one that is on the calendar, but the with respect to that case, the officer here on October 1st, 2025 saw an expired tag on the vehicle that the defendant was driving, attempted to conduct a traffic stop. Defendant had refused to stop, and a chase for roughly half a mile ended when the defendant's vehicle became disabled in a pothole. At which point, got out and gave chase on foot. The He was driving while his license was suspended. There was no insurance. The registration was suspended, and yeah. As far as the other case with the theft by taking, the victim there is Miss Divine Christian. She shares a child with the defendant. With the first 911 call she had placed the police, she had called to report the defendant was upset. He took too long to come back while he was watching the child. So he drove off in her car. There was a second 911 call. The defendant returned to the home, had grabbed a red duffel bag from the sofa, which had her debit cards in it, as well as her son's social security card. She went to grab the key from the defendant, and he ended up running off. As you heard, Judge, he does have that 2021 fleeing and eluding conviction. Just as well, that probation case, that's the 24 CR 005734E for simple battery, family violence, I believe it was. And with the recent indictment in 2024 in Cobb for fleeing and eluding, and the similar offenses with the driving while license suspended or revoked, driving on suspended, canceled, revoked registration, and that his possession of controlled substance, Schedule 1 in that case as well. Let me first get we did speak with Miss Christian. She confirmed the events of the warrant, the amount for the purse and the cash in her purse. Also, she and her, it contained also what was taken, her social security cards, and as well as hers and her son's, as well as birth certificates, son's phone, AirPods. There were other things in there, including sonograms. She's currently 3 months pregnant with her second child. Essentially, her whole life was in that purse, and he has yet to return anything here, even though this took place April 4th, 2026. She does not want the defendant to return home. She got a TPO the week after this incident took place. And let me see, she wasn't able to get to, or she went to get a TPO. It got dismissed because she wasn't able to afford to get to court. In that case, the defendant had threatened to leave their son home alone all day with the incident, and they also poured salsa, chocolate, dirty diapers all over her bed. This is a broader, more serious incident here from the victim's statements here. And he was also grabbing and yanking her around when we spoke to her, is what she stated to us as well. No contact. She's asking for a stay away, and she's concerned about him being a flight risk if he does bond out. I believe she is here to make a statement before the court today. We would ask the court sound for her when appropriate. The state's recommendation for the case involving the fleeing and eluding, Your Honor, from October 1st is going to be a $5,000 total surety. We would ask for $3,000 on the fleeing and eluding, and $500 on each of the remaining counts of driving with a suspended license, no insurance, suspended registration, and the obstruction. So $500 for each of those for a total of $5,000. For the theft by taking, we are recommending a $3,000 surety. No further contact with Divine Christian. stay away from 3100 Godby Road in College Park, as well as no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And with the open case in Cobb, the recent conviction for fleeing and eluding, we would ask for no driving whatsoever as well.
Ms. Christian, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I need for you to unmute yourself, activate your camera, and I will swear you in if you choose to address the court this afternoon.
Hello, Your Honor.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. If you can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
I just don't feel safe with him being out. Like I said, he left my son here by himself with the stove on, and he will run. That's all he's ever did is run from the problems. I contacted him numerous times to get my purse back. He don't want to give it back. And furthermore, he was watching my home the entire time. He's called me from different numbers as well as my son's number. And I have proof of all of that.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Christian. I appreciate you being here this afternoon.
No problem.
Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Coleman is 32 years old. He is a native. He did attend Langston Hughes High School. He currently is, as you can see, physically disabled and going through the process of obtaining SSDI. He does have 2 children on the way. Your Honor, with him being unemployed due to his disabilities and going through the process of SSDI, I'd ask that he be granted signature bonds on these cases to go ahead and go over on his holds in Cobb and Newton.
Okay, for position 5, the theft by taking, it will be $1,000 good bond. No further contact with Ms. Christian. Stay away from the Godby Road address. If necessary, he can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. For position number 6, for the fleeing or attempting to elude, $1,000 good bond. For each of the other charges, a $250 good bond makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No driving without a valid license, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you both.
Judge.
Can I ask a question? But I don't want to.
Just call me. You have a right to remain silent. Ms. Patton can give you a call after court at some time to answer any questions that you might have regarding the bond.
And then we got number 2, Mr. Banks.
Good afternoon, Mr. Banks. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0030008E with battery. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
6 cycles. The last arrest was December 3rd, 2017, out of DeKalb County for battery, family violence. That arrest did result in a misdemeanor conviction. There's a 09 disorderly conduct and 08 driving while license suspended. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 1 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your case, Ms. Evans-Battle?
I am going to handle the case, Your Honor.
Okay.
Looking for the documents. Okay. This happened at 880 Glenwood Avenue Southeast on May the 8th of 2026. Destiny Filippo is the victim in this case.
Yes.
It appears that on this particular date, the accusation is that he hit her with some type with his fist and with a liquor bottle, left a lump on her forehead. The officers, when they arrived there, they were able to, Officer Anderson indicated there was a disturbance. He approached the apartment. He could hear the couple arguing there, and therefore he was able to record what was going on as he approached the door. Once the door was open, they were continuing to argue. He could see her head, how it looked as a result of the injuries that she had. Mr. Banks was a suspect in the case and had a liquor bottle in his hand at the time that the officers were there as well. And he went to a black Mercedes. This appears that this happened at the Glenwood Avenue address, which is a parking garage. Our bond recommendation in this particular case would be for a $5,000 surety bond based on the information that we have in the accusation. It does not appear, at least at the time of the incident, that they were living in an intimate partner relationship, so the charge is filed as a battery. But there was significant harm, and the fact that a weapon was used in this particular case, we would ask for no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, that he could not possess a firearm while out on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Filippo, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. If so, I'll need for you to unmute yourself, activate your camera, and I will swear you in.
Hello,
Good
Judge.
afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Mhm.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
Just that I am afraid and I don't want him back here. He needs help, significant anger management. This is a cycle with him, and I am afraid it's only going to get worse. He's verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, and he's not getting any better. I've given him chance after chance, and this is what it's come to. I'm afraid what will happen next if I was to take him back. Look at my face.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you being here this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Patton.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Banks is 42 years old. He is a native to the Metro Atlanta area. He attended Lithonia High School. He does has 4 children. And at this point, Your Honor, he is unemployed. As far as I understand, he has some issues with blood clots. He has issues with herniated disc, and so he's trying to get SSDI or just gotten SSDI, but he isn't in that process of getting that. He does maintain that he did not hit her. There was alcohol involved, Your Honor, and so he maintains his innocence with that at this point. We would ask that because he is unemployed due to his physical ailments, that he be granted a signature bond in this case. He does have somewhere to go, so he would be able to stay away from the home and to have no contact with her.
Will be a $2,000 good bond. No further contact with Ms. Filippo. Stay away from the Glenwood Avenue address. If necessary, he can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. 5 anger management classes, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you both.
All right, before we go to the next case, Tyree King, is he gonna be added onto the calendar or?
I'm working with one of the chiefs on doing an assessment. I don't want to, we may have an opportunity to NOD the case, so I really don't want to mess this record up. If there's a possibility that we can hold off on this case, I just sent a message over there to them and I'll make a phone call.
All right. Next we got 26, Mr. Patrick.
Good afternoon, Mr. Patrick. You have been charged in case 26CR002993J with theft by shoplifting. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 9 out of Georgia, 6 cycles out of North Carolina. Last arrest March 17, 2026 for criminal trespass and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer with the Atlanta Police Department. Appears to be on probation out of Fulton for criminal trespass and obstruction. Sentenced March 31st, 2026 to 12 months on probation. There's an open case out of Fulton County for entering auto, criminal trespass, theft by taking, theft by receiving stolen property, sale of marijuana under 24 SC 006511, a 2015 conviction for burglary and aggravated assault and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Out of North Carolina, 2025, breaking and entering. 2023, possession with intent to distribute marijuana and carrying a concealed weapon. In 2019, obtaining property under false pretense. Recommendation is a level 3, Your Honor, and nothing further.
Thank you, Mrs. Rocca.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I did see as well, there's an open theft by shoplifting. He received a $1,000 good bond from you. It was, Your Honor, I believe, on April 20th of this year, 26CR002530J. This incident here took place April 15th, 2026. So prior to that incident there, I believe, but the warrants were sworn out. Warrant was sworn out subsequently. The incident here was at 3232 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. This was at the Marshalls. He was captured on video selecting and concealing several clothing items worth roughly $110 total. Seen passing all points of sale without rendering any payment. And with his history, you've heard it's robust. The other incident took place just on the same strip, I believe, 3221, the Aldi at Peachtree Road in Atlanta. With his history and with that open case, along with all of the other things you've heard here, Judge, the state's recommendation is going to be a $2,000 surety. We are requesting a stay away from the Marshalls at 3232 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And I believe that is all for the state here.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, he was booked in on April 19, 2026. He's been incarcerated for 23 days for another case that was supposed to be, I guess, felony, but then they downgraded to misdemeanor on May 8th. This one is just pure misdemeanor, Your Honor. I think it is a Riverside issue. The warrant was issued on April 29, and he was here in the jail whole time. But today, after almost like 20 days later, we're kind of getting talking about this old case, Your Honor. He has a lot of other bonds. We asked for a signature on bond through jail. He does have 3 months of living here in this situation, but he's residentially challenged, Your Honor. And after 12th grade, he got GED successfully. And then he was used to work at assembly work to make a boat motor. However, he lost his job, and last 3 months has been very, very challenging for him. He does have a mom and dad, brother, sister. We asked for signature on bond. Thanks.
Your Honor, this does not appear to be a Riverside. I see that the additional charge package with this warrant that was added May 9th, 2026. So it does not appear to be a Riverside issue here, and as I did state, the warrant was taken out subsequently.
Ms. Strong, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the other case number, the other open case number?
I did.
Oh, okay.
26 CR, Ms. Strong, 002530J.
Thank you.
Okay, and would you place that on this May 26th, I believe will be the next SAP calendar for today's SEA calendar.
Yes, sir.
You'll place both of these cases on that calendar. It will be $1,000 good bond. Stay away from the marshals on Peachtree Street. Want him to have a social worker visit to assess for BHET and assist with any housing. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Patrick.
May I have the address for the marshals, please?
Yes, that's going to be 3232 Peachtree Road in Atlanta.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Number 19, Mr.
Hey.
Johnson.
And I'm so sorry, I didn't catch that one.
19.
19.
Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. You've been charged in case 26 CR 003016J with certain acts on a bus rail station prohibited and criminal trespass. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
7 cycles. Last arrest was April 10th, 2026, out of Fulton County for simple assault. There appears to be an open case under 25 PI 008455 for theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Open simple assault case under 26 CR 002351J, and open terroristic threats and acts, and a misdemeanor battery that I waive sounding on under 26 CR 000513J. Also an open case out of Clayton County for theft by shoplifting from September 30th, 2025. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 2 and nothing further.
Yes, this case was where he was urinating on the wall over at the MARTA station. He already has a ban from all MARTA properties. We're asking for a $1,000 surety as to each count for a $2,000 surety. Stay away from all MARTA properties, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Are you ready, Ms. Karen?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Johnson is 18 years old, Your Honor, and actually he is here in high school right now. He's expecting to graduate this coming Wednesday, May 13, 2026. I do understand that he does have open cases, but for this particular case, I really want him to get second chance because I want him to graduate from high school, Your Honor. It's so close. Only less than a week left, almost only 10 days. He has a GPA 3.8. He played football, but he broke his wrist. So because of the broken wrist, he had to kind of like stop from the beginning of 2026, which is really sad. So he's planning to go to Gwinnett Tech for culinary. He likes cooking, so he can get a job. Your Honor, he has also 45 years old mother currently hospitalized with a cancer, and he needs to take care of her as well. We asked for a signature on bond through pretrial level 2, and hopefully he can go and graduate from high school.
Each charge will be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Makes for a total of a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Stay away from all MARTA properties, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, Mr. Johnson.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we got 20, Mr. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lewis. You've been charged in case 26 CR 003018L with simple assault family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
3 cycles, Your Honor. Last arrest was September 23rd, 2021, out of DeKalb County for criminal trespass. That case was dismissed. Recommendation from pretrial was a level 1 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, it appears that on February 13th of 2026, Mr. Lewis was at 515 Fulton Street Southwest, and he did Mia Lewis is his mother, who's the victim in this case. And the information to the officers was that he had threatened her and that she feared for her safety. And that this wasn't the first time he had done this. There was a witness, a person who was on the telephone with her at the time that he was making the threats, who indicated that he actually did hear the threats being made to her at the time. I know that she is probably, I believe she is on the call, and she had indicated earlier that she wanted to make sure that that we understood that she wanted him home. She did want and wanted further contact with him. Our bond recommendation would be for a $3,500 signature bond. We would ask that it be a level 2, no further violent contact. We'd ask that he complete an 8-week anger awareness program as well. And I'd ask the court to sound for the mother at this time. Miss Mia Lewis.
Ms. Lewis, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. I would need for you to unmute yourself, activate your calendar, and I'll swear you in. Ms. Lewis is with us. It does not appear that she is wishing to address the court. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. We have no objection to signature on bond through pretrial level 2, no for the violent contact, Your Honor.
Okay, it will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2, 8-week anger management course, no further violent contact with Ms. Lewis, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
22, Mr. McMillan's next.
Say it again for me, I'm sorry.
22, Mr. McMillan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. McMillan. You've been charged in case 26 CR 002985A with fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, giving false information to law enforcement, driving without a valid license, improper erratic lane change, and failure to exercise due care. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
19 cycles. Last arrest September 30th, 2021, out of Atlanta with the Atlanta Police Department for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. That does appear to be open under 22 SC 181154. There appears to be probation out of Fulton County for aggravated stalking, sentence October 28, 2019 to 9 years probation. Also open probation, aggravated assault, also sentenced October 28, 2019 to 9 years probation. Possession of marijuana with intent to distribute on probation for this case, sentenced in 2019 to 9 years on probation. Also on probation for 3 counts of cruelty to children in the first degree. Sentenced October 28, 2019 to 9 years on probation. There is a 2020 burglary smash and grab. An open 26 PI 003742. That's for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, sale of marijuana, and possession of a sawed-off shotgun. It appears that he appeared in first appearance today for this case, Your Honor. There are holds out of DeKalb County and also out of Jonesboro, Georgia. A recommendation from pretrial was a level 3 and nothing further.
Thank you. This your case, Miss Evans Battle?
It is, Your Honor. On April the 5th of 2025, the officer was at Fulton Street and Hank Aaron Drive. It appears that morning that the officer initiated a traffic stop on a black 2500 Ram pickup truck with a certain Georgia license plate on Hank Aaron Drive. And at that time, the officer was able to approach the vehicle, and the driver indicated that his name was Dion Paxton and gave a date of birth of November the 26th of 1990. He claimed that he didn't have his driver's license on him, and that this situation was that he made an erratic movement and changed lanes in front of the officer. So the officer, of course, at that point in time, activated the traffic stop. While they were on the scene there, it appeared that the officer was going back and forth with him, trying to identify who he was. He finally gave him his correct name, and of course, it came back that he had warrants out on him out of DeKalb County. And once the officer approached him and notified him of this, he took off in the vehicle. And so that is where we get the charges in this particular case. Our bond recommendation is for on the fleeing and attempting to elude for $3,500, on the giving false information, 1,000, on the driving without license, excuse me, 1,000, and on each of the other traffic violations, 500. And I have it hopefully correct. I have 6,500 surety. We're asking that there be no driving while unlicensed, without registration, or other requirements of driving on the roadway. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
Kim?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is 35 years old. He was born and raised here in Georgia. We want to clarify about warrantless unviewed 2 charges. So is it going to be NOD, or I just don't want him to be in a jail because of those 2 charges? Because if we show it Odyssey about possession of marijuana, and then receipt, possession of, or transport of firearm. So those 2 charges, are they going to be NOD?
That's a separate case, Judge. It's the 26 PI case in the lead.
Totally separate case. No, never mind that. Your Honor, he's 35 years old. He has 4 children, and that he is taken care of after 12th grade. Even though he could not get his GED, he has been working very diligently. Right now, he's gainfully employed at Smoke Shop as a manager, Your Honor, full-time. He is currently residing with his mother. We ask for the lowest possible bond, hopefully signature on bond. However, if Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond because of open cases, we ask for maximum $5,000 surety bond total.
Okay, for the fleeing, will be a $2,000 good bond. For each of the other charges will be a $250 good bond. Makes for a total of a $3,000 good bond. No driving without valid license, insurance, and registration. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, can you be put on for Sheriff's 10% program?
That's fine with the court, Ms. Kim.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next 28, Mr. Pugh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pugh. You've been charged in case 26 CR 002986J with theft by shoplifting and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor, 53 cycles. Last arrest was a fate to appear out of Fulton County from August 4th, 2025. There appears to have an open case out of Clayton County for theft by shoplifting, an open case out of Fulton County for entering auto and criminal damage to property in the second degree under 25 PI 002319. Also, an open case out of Fulton County for theft by shoplifting and giving false name, address, or birthday to a law enforcement officer under 25 PI 003033. In addition, there are convictions for theft by shoplifting from 2026, 3 separate convictions from 2018 for theft by shoplifting. There's one from 2017, 2016, 15, and 2013. Recommendation from pretrial is a level 3 and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sriracha?
Yes, Your Honor. This was the May 9th incident, 2907 Main Street in East Point, the CVS pharmacy at that location. The defendant had taken, it was roughly 8 items. I believe all of it was dish soap, cleaning products from the location, and had attempted to leave without paying here. He'd stuffed them into a duffel bag and tried to run out the store. As well, he had a crack pipe, as what it's commonly referred to as, on his person when he was arrested here in this case. As you heard from pretrial, recent conviction for theft by shoplifting, March 20th, 2026. Robust history of theft by shoplifting. It dates back, I believe, well beyond 2013. This is probably hyperbolic, but from what it felt like, it was half of his criminal history here. Theft by shoplifting cases, in addition to the recent FTAs from 2025, or the recent FTA from 2025 and the others from 2017 and 2016. With his history, there is a significant risk of reoffense and a threat to property in the community, as well as failure to appear here. So the state is recommending a $3,000 surety, recommending $2,500 on the theft by shop, and $500 on the possession or use of drug-related objects in this case. We would recommend a social worker visit for BH. Stay away from the CVS pharmacy. That is, again, at 2907 Main Street in East Point, as well as no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fu is 49 years old, born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. He does have one child, but he is all grown up, adult child. After graduating from high school, he used to work doing the delivery of packages. However, because of his medical condition, that he is actually getting SSI. He applied for it, but he's not getting the money yet. However, he cannot work. He does have a very short breath. So I don't think he should be here in the jail. He needs to go to Grady or another hospital to take care of his medical condition right now. And Your Honor, he is currently residing with his mother, who is 66 years old. And we asked for the lowest possible bond. If Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond, the total amount of the theft, it was $21.45. We asked for $20 cash bond. Thank you.
And for each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. Social worker visit to assess for a BHET and any housing issues. Stay away from the CVS on Main Street and East Point. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, next we got number 8, Mr. Dinkins.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dinkins. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0029990G with simple battery against a person who was 65 years or older or who was pregnant at the time, and simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
4 cycles. Last arrest was December 17, 2022, out of Atlanta for theft by receiving stolen property. This case was dismissed, Your Honor. Recommendation from pretrial was a level 1. Nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor, this was a February 7th incident from this year. Officers responded to 4698 Green Springs Road, College Park, in reference to a domestic, and they made contact with a man and a woman. The woman and the victim here, Miss Jasmine Dinkins, and the defendant. She reported that her the defendant, who is her cousin, had struck her in the face, punched her in the face, and pushed her 80-year-old grandmother down the stairs. There was EMS dispatched here, and they had been arguing over some issue involving a vehicle that had briefly pulled into the driveway. There was a U-turn. In any case, the defendant, she reported, had come down the stairs and questioned her about the vehicle. She advised she didn't know who was in the vehicle. He got upset with her, approached her, pointed his finger in her face. She was spitting in her face at the time. Doesn't appear to be purposeful, I believe, but she was saying, step back, because he was doing so. There was a younger child who was present, the victim's sister. Juvenile ZD saw the dispute here, and the grandmother, Miss Beverly Dinkins, explained to police that she heard yelling, came down to the same room to try and intervene, and that is when she tapped the defendant on his buttocks in an effort to get his attention, and she states he unintentionally struck her when he swung his arm backwards to try and block the cane. There was no observable injury to her from the fall, but it was stated that the defendant here had followed behind the victim in the kitchen area, pulled her hair, removed her wig, which was observed on the floor by the officer, and used both hands to grab her around her neck, applying pressure and pinning her against the refrigerator here. He eventually released her and left the residence on foot, and believe that's as far as the warrant goes here. There was mention of impeded normal breathing with the application of pressure to her throat and neck here. We did speak with Miss Dinkins. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She no longer lives at that home. She was just staying there for the moment while dealing with a death. And she and her cousin have gotten into it several times before, but never to this extent. But she has stated that he has pushed her grandmother, they share the same grandmother, down twice before, and the defendant knew that she was pregnant at the time of the incident. She was 8 months pregnant. She does not want contact with the defendant. I don't believe she'll be on Zoom here today. The just as well. Right. The state's recommendation here is going to be for a $6,000 total surety, $3,000 on the simple battery versus a person 65 years of age or pregnant at the time of the offense, and $3,000 on the simple battery family violence for a total of $6,000. We're recommending no further contact with Jasmine Dinkins. We would recommend no further violent contact with Beverly Dinkins. As far as I can see here, the accusations as filed by the ASG, who was initially handling this case, They're only against Miss Jasmine Dinkins. But we are concerned for Miss Beverly Dinkins' welfare, even though she stated it was unintentional. The victim here says that grandmother is probably not being honest with respect to the events in the warrant, so we would ask for no further violent contact with her. As the victim moved out, we'd be fine with we're not asking for a stay away, but we would ask for 3 days anger awareness as well as no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
If either Miss Jasmine or Miss Beverly Dinkins would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I need for you to activate your camera, unmute yourself, and I'll swear you in. Okay. Okay. Okay, good afternoon. Ms. Dinkins, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you
Okay.
swear on the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
That's not true that he's not be that I've been hit twice by him. No, that's not true.
Okay, tell me what is true.
The true part is when they was in when I was down trying to stop him when I was hitting him in the behind with my cane, he wasn't looking, he didn't see me, but I was standing there trying to I had the cane, but what he did, he knocked the cane out my hand. That's how I fell. He didn't knock me down.
Has this ever happened before?
No. I don't know why Jasmine said that.
And Jasmine, she's no longer living in your household?
No.
And you would like to have Jamal come back to living with you?
Only with the intention of doing what's right.
Okay. So I just want to know, if is he welcome back there or not? If he does what's right, he's welcome back, but if he doesn't follow your rules, he's not welcome back. Is that my understanding?
That's correct.
Okay. And does he normally follow your rules?
Most of the time, yeah. But if he can stay off of that old national highway, that's the one of the problem.
Is he 21 years old?
Yeah, he was 22 in August, I think.
Okay. Anything further that you'd like to tell the court, ma'am?
No, no, sir.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Dinkins. I appreciate you being here this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Dinkins is 21 years old. He did attend Skyview High School, and he has enrolled in the HVAC program at Atlanta Tech. It was supposed to start today. However, he is currently in custody. He's not currently employed. He was supposed to have an interview tomorrow at KP World. And as you see, Your Honor, he's currently living with his grandmother. As she said, he hasn't struck her twice. In fact, he didn't hit her. He knocked the cane out of her hand, and he is welcome back as long as he follows the rule, which he does most of the time. Your Honor, he does not have any FTAs. The last arrest in 2022 was dismissed. I'm sure he's not going to have any issues as his cousin has moved out. Have any issues with her, no further violent contact with the grandmother, any of the anger awareness courses. And so we asked that Mr. Dinkins be granted a signature bond, level 1 through pretrial services.
For each charge will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial. Level 1 makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial. Level 1, I want him to have 8 anger management classes, no further contact with Jasmine Dinkins, no further violent contact with Beverly Dinkins, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Dinkins.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
All right, number 9, Mr. Frank.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fink. You've been charged in case 26 CR 003013F with 2 counts of theft by taking. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor, 35 cycles out of Georgia, also 4 cycles out of the state of Virginia. Last arrest was January 25th, 2026, out of DeKalb for theft by shoplifting. That appears to be an open case out of DeKalb County for theft by receiving stolen property and an open case out of DeKalb for theft by shoplifting. Appears to be under first offender out of DeKalb County for possession of a firearm. On probation for possession of a firearm by a felony first offender. Sentenced April 10th, 2025 to 4 years, 10 months, and 16 days on probation. There's a 2015 battery, 2014 disorderly conduct, 08 disorderly conduct, 05 stalking, and 05 purchase, possession, control of drugs. There are FTAs from 2017 and 2025. Recommendation from pretrial is a level 3 and nothing further.
Mr. Soraka?
Yes, Your Honor. This was the May 8th incidents from this year. It took place at 101 Piedmont Avenue in Atlanta. It's part of it's a GSU property. The defendant used cutters to remove the bike lock from one bicycle. The victim and the owner of that bicycle there, his name is Jordan Clemson, as well as a scooter owned by a Mr. Travis Brown, the other victim here, and proceeded to just ride away with that property there. The state's recommendation, based on the defendant's history, is going to be a $3,000 total surety bond, $1,500 for each charge, and we would be asking for a stay away from all GSU premises and property. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and certainly no further contact with Jordan Clemson, and no further contact with Travis Brown. If we could sound for either of them at this point as well, and I'm not sure if he needs a social worker visit.
Either of those individuals is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Frank is 50 years old. He does have some issues with being unhoused. He does have 3 children. And what we'd be asking for, Your Honor, is a signature bond at a level 3. Although there are issues, he does have cases that he has returned to court to resolve, and so we do know that he will show back up to court. And Your Honor, considering he's unemployed and struggling, being transient, we'd ask that if you can't give him a signature bond, to set the lowest possible reasonable bond in this case, a $10 cash bond, so that he'd actually be able to be released, Your Honor.
Okay, for each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. Social worker visit to assist with housing. No further contact with Mr. Clemson or Mr. Brown. Stay away from all GSU property. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, next we got number 11, Mr. Goldsmith.
Good afternoon, Mr. Goldsmith. You've been charged in case 26 CR 003003G with criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor. First arrest. Recommendation from pretrial was a UJR through the jail. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, we had, I thought we sent over a consent, but I'll just state what our recommendation for this particular case is. We were asking for a $2,000 signature bond through the jail, no further contact with Princess Solomon. This happened at 584 Joseph Lee Boulevard, which is actually his address, and it appears that the victim in this case, Princess Solomon, had a television, and they were in an argument, and her version is that he threw the television and broke it, and so that would be our bond recommendation at this time.
Ms. Solomon is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Any objection to any of the state's requests, Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor, the only objection was to the no further contact. I did speak with Ms. Solomon. She does want contact. They do live together and they share a child. And so that'd be the only objection to the state's recommendation.
Okay. It will be a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. No further violent contact with Ms. Solomon. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Goldsmith.
The Spanish interpreter on?
I don't believe so, but do we
Yes.
have a Spanish interpreter on the line?
Yes, Ms. Lucia on. All right, and if we got number 12, Mr. Gonzalez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am on the line.
Oh, okay.
And Judge, I'm sorry, before we do this case, they had earlier wanted to know about Mr. King, and I've sent over an NOD on that case.
Okay. And Mr. Gonzalez, is he the individual who needs the interpreter?
I was told there were two cases, Your Honor, and he is one of them.
Okay. And Ms. Patton, you've already spoken with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you'll raise your right hand for me, so do you swear affirm that you will translate from English to Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Gonzalez. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0029994A with battery family violence.
Buenas tardes, señor González. Usted ha sido acusado en el caso 26 CR 002994A con la acusación de agresión y violencia doméstica.
Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
El juez pregunta si es que hay un historial de antecedentes.
First arrest, Your Honor. Recommendation from pretrial was a UJR jail. Nothing further.
Le indican al juez que este es su primer arresto y tienen una recomendación de una fianza por medio de la cárcel.
Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened May the 10th of 2026 at 8161 Colquitt Road in Sandy Springs.
Le preguntan a la fiscalía que qué es lo que pasó, entonces le indican que este evento sucedió el 10 de mayo del 2026 en el 8161 de Cold Kent Road en Sandy Springs.
There appears to have been an argument with the victim in this case. The victim's name, and I'll spell it, is first name Kehity, last name Ullos.
Parece que hubo una pelea, un incidente con la víctima, Kehity Ullos.
And from the warrant, Your Honor, I do not know whether that is a male or a female, but it appears that the defendant struck the victim in the face, causing visible injury and swelling to the face.
Aunque no sabemos por el reporte si es que se refiere a un hombre o una mujer, indica el reporte que el acusado le golpeó en la cara, causando que la víctima tuviera daños en la cara y también hinchazón.
Our bond recommendation is for a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1, complete 3 anger management classes, no further contact with the victim, and stay away from the location.
Nuestra recomendación es una fianza, un bono de fianza no asegurado únicamente con su firma por $3,500 por medio de la oficina anterior a los juicios de la cárcel nivel número 1. 3 clases, que curse 3 cursos o 3 clases de manejo de la ira. Una orden, aparte de la orden judicial de 0 contacto con la víctima, ningún contacto, y una orden de permanecer lejos de esa dirección.
And no alcohol, drugs, weapons while out on bond. And we have not heard from the victim, which is why we've asked for no further contact and to stay away.
No, también una orden de no puede poseer ni usar alcohol, drogas o ningún tipo de arma mientras está bajo fianza. Y no sabemos nada, no hemos escuchado nada de la víctima. Entonces, por eso es lo que estamos pidiendo una orden de que permanezca lejos y de que no haya ningún contacto.
And Madam Interpreter, would you sound for the alleged victim in this case for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Damas y caballeros, si se encuentra en la llamada de Zoom la señorita Katie Ullos, por favor, si puede prender su cámara, su micrófono y dejarnos saber. It does not appear so, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. The only objection, well, the only two objection was the stay away. Your Honor, Mr. Gonzalez does not have enough money to be able to continually pay the rent so that his wife and his child can stay there and pay for somewhere for him to stay. The way he expressed it is that someone's going to end out on the street. And so he can't afford to go anywhere else. And the other thing is staying away from the home is going to keep him away from his child. And he does not want that. I'm not sure if he was saying that they have been staying in separate rooms or they can stay in separate rooms to avoid any contact with the wife, but Your Honor, he would not be able to stay away from the away from the home. He also expressed that he's the one that called the police, that she hit him first and then pulled a knife on him, except when he called, they didn't show up. And then when they finally did show up, he was the one arrested. And so, Your Honor, he just had issues with having to stay away from the home while maintaining the home. So we'd ask you, Your Honor, to keep the signature bond. We do not object to that. We just ask that he be able to stay at the home and then have no further violent contact with his wife.
En cuanto a lo que su abogada defensora pide, ella indica que no tienen mayor objeción a los términos de la fiscalía, excepto por el de permanecer lejos de esa dirección, ya que la víctima alegada es su esposa y ahí vive su hijo o hija también, y que usted no podría costear esa residencia y también otro lugar a donde usted vaya a vivir y que no tiene a dónde más irse. Entonces, eso es lo que la abogada le está explicando al juez. También le está explicando que cuando vino la policía le arrestaron solo a usted, pero ella fue la que inició el argumento cuando ella le pegó y sacó un cuchillo. Entonces, que ellos están de acuerdo en el bono de fianza, en la cantidad de la fianza, en la forma de la fianza, pero que piden al juez que no le dé una orden de permanecer lejos y que le puede dar la orden de ningún contacto violento.
Ms. Patton, I hope you understand and your client understands that I cannot place him back in the home when we have not heard from the alleged victim, when he is alleging that she pulled a knife on him, and where this all just happened yesterday.
Ahora, el juez indica que a tanto a la señora Patton, a la abogada defensora, como a usted, que habiendo esto sucedido nada más el día de ayer, y él no puede devolverlo a su casa cuando no hemos sabido nada de la víctima y cuando usted alega que incluso ella le sacó un cuchillo.
As such, it will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1.
Entonces, la orden del juez, el fallo del juez es la siguiente: un bono de fianza de $3,000 bajo su firma únicamente por medio de la oficina anterior a los juicios, nivel número 1, que esté en la cárcel.
No further contact with the alleged victim and stay away from the Colquitt Road address.
Ningún contacto futuro con la víctima y una orden de permanecer lejos de la dirección de Cold Kent Road.
He can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings.
Puede regresar a esa dirección una sola vez, únicamente escoltado y acompañado por un policía o por alguien de fuerza o por alguna fuerza de la ley para sacar sus pertenencias.
There can be third-party transfer of any minor children for visitation.
Puede acordar visitas a hijos menores de edad con la ayuda de una tercera persona que entregue y recoja al niño o niña.
Drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Y una orden de no drogas, no alcohol, no armas mientras está bajo fianza.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
All right, next we got 23, Mr. Mendoza.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mendoza. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003020D with 2 counts of battery family violence.
Buenas tardes, señor Mendoza. Usted está siendo acusado en el caso 26 CR 003020D con 2 acusaciones, 2 cargos de agresión y violencia doméstica.
History, Ms. Harvey.
El juez está pidiendo su historial.
2 cycles. The last arrest was June 17th, 2024 for theft by shoplifting out of Cobb County, and that case was dismissed. Nothing further.
Tiene 2 arrestos. El último arresto fue en junio 17 del 2024 por hurto y ese caso se le fue quitado en el condado de Cobb y eso es todo.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on May the 9th of 2026 at 8290 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. When the officers arrived at the location, they found that the parties had been in a dispute over a phone and charger. That Mr. Mendoza began striking the victim, Meneses, Menesses, Menesses, Arguello, Arguello, repeatedly in the presence of a witness who was also on scene at the time.
Y la fiscalía le indica que este evento sucedió el 9 de mayo del 2026 en el 8290 de Roswell Road en Sandy Spring, que cuando llegó la policía encontró que había una pelea entre el acusado y su víctima por un teléfono y un cargador, que indicaron que el acusado le pegó a la señora Meneses Argüello en presencia de un testigo.
He indicated that he was also struck, that he was also grabbed by Mr. Mendoza and was held by his shirt and neck and began pulling on him, leaving visible marks around his neck and the collarbone area of his body.
También él indicó que el señor Meneses le había agarrado de la camisa y había estado tratando de lastimarle en el cuello, entonces tenía rasgos en la camilla, en la camisa y también en el cuello, marcas.
The parties also indicated that they thought that Mr. Mendoza was attempting to grab a knife out of the kitchen to use it against Mr. Arguello.
También indicaron las partes que el señor Meneses estaba intentando obtener un cuchillo de uno de los cajones para usarlo en contra del señor Argüello.
The victim indicated that he hit Mr. Mendoza back and they were separated. However, Mr. Mendoza grabbed a hot pan full of refried beans and threw it at him, some of which landed on him, causing visible burn marks on his face.
La víctima indicó que había empujado, había golpeado al señor Meneses para tratar de defenderse y que el señor Meneses agarró un sartén, una olla con frijoles fritos y se lo había lanzado a la víctima, causándole marcas de quemazón en la cara.
And it appears that some of the substance landed on the witness, who at that time indicated that she was calling the police, and Mr. Mendoza left the scene.
Parte de la sustancia cayó en el testigo, en la testigo que estaba ahí, y quien ella indicó que eso pasó mientras ella estaba llamando a la policía y que de allí el señor Mendoza se fue.
We are asking for a $7,500 surety, which would be $5,000 on count one and $2,500 on count two. This is a matter that's being reviewed for a felony transfer. We would ask that there be no further contact with the victim and that there be a stay away order put in place as well.
Lo que la fiscalía está pidiendo es un bono asegurado por $7,500. Eso es $5,000 por el primer cargo y $2,500 por el segundo cargo. Aparte, el caso está siendo evaluado, revisado para ver si se lo transfiere a la oficina de delitos mayores. Piden también una orden de ningún contacto con la víctima y una orden de permanecer lejos de la ubicación donde pasó esto.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Madam Interpreter, would you sound for the alleged victim for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Damas y caballeros, por favor, si se encuentra Meneses Argüello. Meneses Argüello, por favor, abra su cámara y su micrófono si se encuentra en la llamada de Zoom. It does not appear so, Your Honor.
Yes, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mendoza Reyes is only 21 years young, and he claims that the complaining witness is actually male. They are roommates, and they live together at the incident location, Your Honor. My client came to U.S. about 7 years ago when he was 14 years old. And after 13 years old in Mexico, he has never gone to any other school because his mother and father didn't believe in educating him. So
Ms. Kim, give a Madam Interpreter a chance to interpret.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry about that.
Okay. En cuanto a su abogada, el juez entonces pide lo que quiere decir su abogada defensora. Ella indica que el señor Mendoza tiene 21 años de edad, que la persona que fue testigo de eso, de lo que sucedió, es una persona que vive ahí, entonces son compañeros de casa, que usted vive en los Estados Unidos 7 años, llegó acá a los 13 años de México, donde no tenía muchísima escuela por sus padres. Go ahead, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. My client claims that it was self-defense. He was not the initial aggressor.
Mi cliente indica que fue defensa propia, que él no fue el agresor inicial.
He has no objection to stay away or no contact with Mr. Jose.
Él no tiene ninguna objeción a una orden de permanecer lejos de la ubicación o no tener ningún contacto nuevamente con el señor José.
He does not have any family members directly here in Georgia, but he's gainfully employed.
Él no tiene ningún familiar aquí en el estado de Georgia, pero él tiene trabajo.
He is doing a car wash. We would like to request for signature on bond through pretrial.
y él trabaja en una lavadora de carros. Lo que queremos pedir es un bono de fianza únicamente con su firma.
Okay, for each charge will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the Roswell Road address. He can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
El fallo del juez es el siguiente: un bono de fianza de $4,000, $2,000 por acusación, bajo su firma únicamente, por medio de la oficina anterior a los juicios, nivel número 1 en la cárcel. Una orden judicial de no tener ningún contacto con la víctima alegada y una orden de permanecer lejos de la dirección de Roswell Road. Puede regresar una sola vez con una escolta de policía o alguien de la ley para recoger sus pertenencias. Y una orden judicial de no tener drogas, beber bebidas alcohólicas o no poseer ni cargar ningún arma mientras está bajo fianza.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do we need do we need Madam Interpreter for any other cases this afternoon?
Not
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Lucia. I appreciate you being here this afternoon. We'll see you next time.
Yes, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
You as well.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, good afternoon again, Officer Melton.
We are back. I have the second group, and they need to hear their rights, and also if we can go one-on-one with courtroom 2.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. If you do not have a private attorney, we're providing you with the assistance of a public defender this afternoon if you choose to utilize their service. Who do we have first?
Position number 3, Miss Gibson. I'm sorry. That's position 10.
Okay.
Hey, what's your name? Adams. Oh, yeah, that's right. Position 1. Forgive me, Your Honor.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Adams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You have been charged in case 26 CR 003001B with battery family violence. And it's my understanding that this was a co-defendant case that we heard earlier. Ms. Harvey, is there history?
3 cycles. Last arrest was November 3rd, 2023 out of Cherokee County for a failure to appear. Recommendation from pretrial was a UJR and nothing further.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. These were the facts in which Miss Adams was packing up her belongings to leave the home at the 1567 Harvard Avenue in College Park. And Miss Norman became upset and charged at her and choked her. And then Miss Adams pepper sprayed her. There were marks around Miss Adams' neck, swollen marks around her neck, chest, and nose. And Miss Norman had swollen red eyes and a red mark on the side of her neck as if it was a bite mark, also on her forearm. So our bond recommendation was for a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services at level 1. In the other case, the court indicated that it would order FFIB if the parties wanted to stay in the same household. Judge, we were not, of course, able to speak with Miss Adams as a victim, nor Miss Norman as a victim in either case. So that would be our bond recommendation with no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Patton?
I have no objection to a signature bond, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll give Ms. Adams the same that I gave Ms. Norman. Will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. They requested no further violent contact, so no further violent contact with Ms. Norman, the Family Violence Intervention Program, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Adams.
All right, next we got number 17, Mr. Hester.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hester. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003015Y with disorderly conduct, simple battery against a police officer, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
4 out of Georgia and 2 out of Florida. Last arrest was April 3rd, 2025 out of Jefferson County. That's in Alabama, Your Honor, for a failure to appear. There's a 2019 theft by taking was sealed under first offender. There's an arrest out of Florida from December 20th, 2024 for grand theft. There was no disposition listed for that case, Your Honor. Recommendation was a level 1 and nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. You're on mute there, Ms. Evans Battle.
Thank you, Judge. This happened May the 8th. It appears that Mr. Hester was at 565 Northside Drive, Southwest, when there was a dispatch in reference to a person fighting with an officer. At the location, it was Officer Watkins. Yes, Officer Watkins, I believe, is the officer that he was fighting with. There was some disturbance at the Vine Club, and indicated that he was acting irately, causing a disturbance at the location. They were trying to get him to leave the location, and he was not complying with their asking him to leave from the location. So he did engage in a physical situation with the officer. He did hit the officer as well. The officer did not receive any serious injuries or visible marks on him. And while they were engaged, there was a flower vase that was at the location that was broken and damaged that was owned by the Vine Club. Our bond recommendation for Mr. Hester is for it was for $1,000 on the disorderly, $2,500 on the simple battery on a police officer, and $1,000 on the criminal trespass for a $4,000 surety that he stay away from the location at the 565 Northside Drive. We are also asking for a social worker visit for MHBH and no alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Mr. Hester is 49 years old, Your Honor. He has been here in Georgia for more than 14 years, and he does have a total of 4 children. 2 of them are adult children, but the other 2 are minors, and he's been paying lots of child support for them. Ever since 1990, when he was 9th grade, he has been working diligently. He does cleaning, carpet, flooring, construction. He will just do anything and everything to make a living. However, Your Honor, right now, he is unemployed and he does not have any funds to pay for any bond at this point. My client claims that he was attacked by many people there. He could not identify exactly who they are, but he was doing this out of self-defense. And we asked for signature on bond through pre-trial level 1, Your Honor. It is okay for my client to have no contact and stay away from the incident location. Thank you.
And for the disorderly conduct, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For the simple battery, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. The criminal trespass, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further violent contact with Officer Watkins. Stay away from the Northside Drive address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Hester.
Next is position 4, Miss Chester.
Good afternoon, Ms. Chester. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0030005B with terroristic threats and acts and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
5 cycles. The last arrest was March 24, 2026, out of Cobb County for theft by shoplifting. No disposition was listed for that case. There's also a battery family violence from 2023 out of DeKalb County with no disposition as well, Your Honor. Recommendation from pretrial is a level 2. Nothing further.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, it appears that the defendant showed up at the home of Mr. Newsome. And the first name of the victim is Jykereus. The location of the incident is 2810 Swanson Court. It says Swansea Court, South Fulton County. It appears that she showed up at the home and confronted him about some text messages from another person. The defendant attempted to get him to come outside and started kicking in the front door, causing some damage to the door. There's also a surveillance camera on the front window that was damaged as a result of this. Once the victim went outside, the defendant was holding a kitchen knife and threatened to stab him with it. Our bond recommendation on the terroristic threat is for a $3,500 surety bond. And as for the criminal damage, we'd ask for $1,000 or $4,500 surety. If the court is not inclined, we would, no, we are asking for no further contact and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and that the defendant stay away from the location at this time, Judge. Thank you.
Ms. Evans-Battle, are you able to confirm for me that there is an open battery family violence? And if so, what the bond on that case is?
Your Honor, I can go and look it up.
Okay, Ms. Harvey, did you have any a case number on that family violence? Doesn't appear that she's with me. If you could look that up for me, Ms. Evans-Battle. And if Mr. Jacarius Newsome is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Yes, Ms. Patton.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Chester is 30 years old. She is a native to the Atlanta metro area. She attended Alonzo Krim High School. She works at Foot Locker, where she has been for 5 years. Your Honor, if she's not released soon, she will be at risk of termination. She does have 2 children who are right now missing school because they're with her sister. This is the first incident that they've had together. And as shown in the report, she is the one on the leash. She did show the officer. They did mention she was punched in the face. And she also is in the process of starting a legitimization process. In Your Honor, we'd be requesting a signature bond at level 2 so that she could be released, return not only to her children, but to her job that she has maintained for 5 years, that she is at risk of being terminated from if she is not released soon.
And I can't see the battery out of DeKalb County any further.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was out of DeKalb. Thank you. And Ms. Evans Battle, has your office spoken with Mr. Newsom?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
All right, for each charge will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2, makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with Mr. Newsom. At this point in time, if he is not living at the incident location, she can stay there, but if he is, she will have to gather her belongings and find somewhere else to stay. As such, I will allow a one-time police escort to see if Mr. Newsom is at the location. If he is not there, then she can stay. If not, she will have to find another location to stay in the meantime. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Chester.
All right, this is number 18, Mr. Higgins.
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. You have been charged in case 26CR003014H with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
4 cycles. The last arrest was February 1st, 2026 with the MARTA PD for criminal trespass. That does appear to be open under 26 CR 000626H. There's a 2026 conviction for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct. In addition, there are 7 cycles out of the state of Missouri, including a 2021 property damage conviction, 2021 assault, and 2019 theft. The recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. This happened May the 10th, 2026. He was at Piedmont Center, which is located at 3565 Piedmont Road Northeast. It appeared that he was on the property. He had been told to leave. They saw him on video surveillance as well, and they had 4 other occasions which he was on the property. It's a commercial building, and he was inside the building and pulling on doors to some of the offices there. We're asking for a $2,000 surety that he stay away from that Piedmont Center location. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Ms. Evans-Battle, can you pull up that other criminal trespass that he has? Anytime anyone has a pending case, I'm going to want to hear about it, so we know going forward, that, especially if I issued the bond and if there's conditions on the bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Higgins is 38 years old, Your Honor. He has been here in Georgia for the last 2 years. He came from St. Louis, Missouri, hoping that he would get a better life and better work. However, he was laid off from warehouse job. Right now, he has been residentially challenged for the last 2 years. It has been very difficult for him financially. My client says that he just wanted to go to restroom. That was all the reason that he had to go there. He does not have any child. After graduating from high school, 2007, he has been taking some college courses for business management. Your Honor, we ask for a signature on bond through pretrial. Your Honor, if Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond because of open cases, we ask for the least amount of bond, $10 in cash. Thank you.
Thank you. Were you able to pull that up for me, Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. That bond order is for, it was a $25 cash bond. And stay away from MARTA restrictions, see a social worker, and it was signed by Your Honor on February the 2nd.
All right, thank you, Ms. Evans-Battle.
You're
So
welcome.
there seems to be something going on with him, Ms. Kim. I do want him to have a social worker visit to assist him with housing. At this time, it'll be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Stay away from the Piedmont Center. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Mr. Higgins, I'm giving you another opportunity. If you come back before me with another criminal trespass, just know that you won't get a signature bond or low cash bond the next time, okay? So if you need some assistance with housing, we're gonna help you with that. But make sure that you stay away from MARTA and the Piedmont Center, okay? Good luck to you, sir.
Next is position 10, Miss Gibson.
Good afternoon, Ms. Gibson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003017J with battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Three cycles. The last arrest was in 2010 for a probation violation out of Fulton County. There is a 09 simple assault. That case was sealed under first offender, Your Honor. Recommendation is a UJR and nothing further.
Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident took place. This is Miss Gibson, correct?
Yes.
This was May 8th, 2026, 765 McDaniel Street in Atlanta. It's a residential complex. Officers had responded to a physical dispute call there and made contact with the victim here, Miss India Davis. She explained that the defendant, who is the mother of her partner, his name is Jonte Gibson. I believe I did see him online. She explained that there had been a previous physical dispute the day prior that wasn't reported to the police, and that was brought up on the 8th. The defendant and the victim had got into a verbal back and forth, and it turned physical when the defendant open-handedly slapped her and then proceeded to punch her several times with a closed fist. Hair was pulled, and when she tried to get up, she had fallen onto Miss Juvenile, I believe it's JP, if I'm not mistaken. And this was the child that was there for the incident and witnessed this incident. There was a third party, several third parties. Mr. Jonte Gibson advised that the defendant initiated the physical dispute, going around the bed toward Miss Davis, and she had just stood up. And there was another witness, Mr. Tommy McClure, who was called in by Mr. Gibson to assist, and he observed both women tussling on the ground with the defendant on top of Miss Davis. He wasn't able to pull them apart, but they both sustained injuries here. Miss Davis here had sustained a welt that was to the left side of her forehead, bruising and swelling to her right facial eyebrow area. There was a scratch to her left hand and scratches to her inner thigh. Defendant had a scratch as well, 2 scratches. All law enforcement observed this, and based on the witness statements here and the visible injuries observed, the defendant was arrested. We did speak with Ms. Davis. She confirmed the events on the warrant and confirmed that the defendant's son is her boyfriend. Mother had previously, the defendant had previously expressed that she did not like the victim because the defendant's son's been giving her less attention since she had a child with her son, and she and the defendant's son stay on the 4th floor there with the defendant on the 2nd floor. They were playing, she and the defendant's son were playing and ended up slapping the defendant. This was, I believe, the incident from the day prior that the confrontation started over. And this occurred while the victim had her child in her arms, that the defendant escalated with physical violence here. Juvenile JG were the initials I was looking for earlier. She explained the defendant attacked her and pushed her on top of her child, and that she hadn't hit the defendant here as well. The son had to kick her off of their child, and that child had difficulty breathing, and was very emotionally shaken up by this incident. The state's recommendation is going to be, additionally, she does want no contact, and she did request a cash bond here. The state's going to be asking for a surety. A $2,000 total surety with $1,500 on the battery, Your Honor, as well as $500 on the cruelty to children in the third-degree charge. We are recommending 3 days anger awareness, no further contact with India Davis, no violent contact with juvenile JG, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And I want to make sure, yeah, the victim's left the home, so we won't be asking for a stay away for that reason. But that is the state's position. If we could sound for Miss Davis at this time, Your Honor.
India Davis is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Yes, ma'am. If you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court?
I wanted to say that I don't feel safe around her. I don't feel safe with her being around my kids at all. And that's all.
Okay. Have you moved out of the McDaniel Street address?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being here this afternoon, ma'am. Miss Patton, is this your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can proceed.
Miss Gibson is 42 years old. She is a native to Atlanta. She attended Washington High School and then went on to dental trade school. She's been working for MDC Healthcare since September of 2025. She does have 6 children, 4 of whom live with her, are minors. And Your Honor, I just want to give a little bit of context for the situation. The way it was expressed to me is it's the son's home, and the son had broken both of his arms playing basketball. And they had already asked that the alleged victim be removed from the home. She was asked to return just to help take care of him and nurture him during this time, where again, there was a confrontation that started where the alleged victim put her hands on the son, and that's why the mom came to make sure that he was actually okay, because there were minors there, which is why he wasn't able to take his arms and remove and stop the altercation. There were also issues where the alleged victim's mom was also on the phone threatening her, and they were both together then threatening Miss Gibson. And Your Honor, it's been a while since she's had any problems with the law, and so at this time we'd be asking for a signature bond. In this case, Your Honor, she's not violent. She thought she was protecting her son. And again, the alleged victim does not live there. So we'd ask that she be able to visit her son's home freely to ensure that he's taken care of. We'd also ask for the signature bond so that she can return to her 4 minor children, and to also maintain her employment at MDC Healthcare.
Okay, for the battery, it will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For the cruelty, a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Makes for a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with India Davis or her children. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Gibson.
Thank you.
All right, next we got 21, Mr. McGuire.
Good afternoon, Mr. McGuire. You have been charged in case 26 CR 003019L with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, criminal trespass, and simple assault. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
11 cycles. The last arrest was February 27th, 2020 out of Fulton County for aggravated assault. That case was dismissed. There's a 2012 possession of marijuana less than an ounce, 2011 simple assault, and an 09 possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 2 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident occurred May the 3rd of 2026 at 2424 Piedmont Road Northeast. It appears that Officer Jamar Little is the victim in this case. And on that Sunday, saw that there were several people loitering in the area. And it appeared that he was trying to explain to him that, he needed to be, to move on and not be loitered in there. And he said that he remembered that he had some type of past encounter with him as well, in reference to some other criminal charges or engaging in other criminal activity. And that he became belligerent and said he wasn't leaving the station. And as a result of their going back and forth, the defendant picked up a rock and threatened to throw it at him. And while he was trying to get him to move on and move from the location. And they knew that. They found out, or at least part of the investigation, it appeared that he'd already been issued a prior notice from MARTA not to be on the property, and that he was remaining on the property after being notified to leave. And so the officer also charged him with obstruction of a law enforcement officer as well. So in this particular case, our bond recommendation for Mr. McGuire is for $8,000 on the willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, $500 on the criminal trespass, and $1,000 on the simple assault. We're asking for a $2,500 surety that he stay away from all MARTA properties, no further violent contact with Officer Little, who is a MARTA police officer, no alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. McGuire, even though he is 37 years old, his minds and hearts are like a little child-like heart and mind, Your Honor. He does have a special brain condition that he cannot observe or comprehend the difficult things. And also he does have a memory loss and he's not able to read it right, Your Honor. So he probably does not understand what was going on. He has been here in Georgia all his life. He is living with his sister, who is 40 years old, who's taking care of him like as if she was like his legal guardian. He gets disability check, and that's the only thing that he can get. He's not able to work, but he works as a babysitter for his sister who's taking care of him. So he's very excited about his niece and nephews and taking care of them. Your Honor, we ask for a signature on bond through pretrial level 2. Thank you.
Ms. Kim, given what you're telling me, is he going to be able to comply with being on pretrial?
Only if his sister helps him out. There will be a lot of burden to his sister.
Can he make a $75 cash bond, do you believe?
Hello? Hello?
Um, yes, who's speaking?
This is Kimberly McGuire.
Okay, can you come on camera for me, Miss McGuire?
Oh, my video. Yes, can you see me?
Yes, are you, Miss Kimberly, are you, is this your brother?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and he's living with you?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and he's, free to, he's free to return there?
Yes, I'm his caregiver. And I know you said for him to stay away from train, but that's how he get around. And I got a video of the officer. Someone recorded it. And I was trying to see who I can take the video to because the officer harassed him every time he see him. And
Okay,
so I
well,
was trying to show the video.
okay, so, Ms. McGuire, he's not allowed to be on, it's my understanding that he has a stay away from, this Piedmont Road MARTA. So he can't go back there, okay? So he's gonna have to find some other, he's gonna have to find some other transportation.
Okay.
All right, so if he goes back, they're just gonna keep arresting him, because the MARTA doesn't want him there.
Okay, you say on Piedmont Road?
Miss Evans Battle, is it just Piedmont Road or is there a permanent ban for MARTA or do you know?
It doesn't say it doesn't say that there's a permanent ban, from MARTA. It says that it was, and maybe it's just this location at 2424 Piedmont Road, because the officer has indicated that this is not the first instance when he's been told to leave the location. He called it a right and respect suspension that he was issued. And on this particular day, they issued one for 12 hours. And he was refusing to leave.
Okay. So he can't go back to the Piedmont Road address.
Okay.
All right, so, Ms. Kim, I'm gonna give him a $1,000 signature bond on each charge through pretrial level 1. So it'll be a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. He'll be able to sign himself out, Ms. Kimberly.
Okay.
He's to stay away from that Piedmont Road, MARTA location and, have no further violent contact with Officer Little. No drugs,
Okay.
alcohol, or weapons while he's out on bond.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
thank you for
you.
being here, ma'am. Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Kim.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Next is position 13, Brianna Green.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon, Miss Green. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0029991L with theft by deception. Is there a history, Miss Harvey?
No, Your Honor. First arrest recommendation is a level 1. Nothing further.
Thank you. Miss Evans Battle?
Yes, I believe we have a consent in this case. I'm not sure if the litigation manager has it.
I received it.
You didn't?
I did.
Okay. And is for a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. Complete the Operation 21 law and decision-making course. No further contact with Marvin Christian. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while out on bond. No further violations of the law. At some point, there will be a determination of restitution. And I believe the victim may be on the line. And that we received some information regarding receipts for restitution, but that's our agreement at this time, Ms. Patton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Mr. Marvin Christian is on the line. I wish to address the court now. Is your opportunity. Okay. Good luck to you, Miss Green.
Keep going, Milton.
Okay, thank you. Next is position 14, Nevaeh Green.
Good afternoon, Ms. Green. You have been charged in case 26CR002989K with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
First arrest, Your Honor. Recommendation is a level 1. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, I believe we have a consent in this particular case as well for Nevaeh Green, which would be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. Complete the law and decision-making course, no further contact with Phoenix Hayes, and stay away from 5095 North Bridges Drive in Johns Creek. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. No further violations of the law. And the breakdown for that bond was $3,500 on the battery and $500 on the criminal trespass.
And I apologize, but I did not receive that one if you sent it.
Okay.
Your Honor, that I'd already conducted the interview prior to receiving her consent bond.
Oh, okay then.
So,
but she does have a question. If we could get someone to place me in a breakout room, I can speak with her.
okay, so can we just get you to call ACDC?
Yes, I'll call her.
Okay.
In the meantime, we got 29, Mr. Roby.
Good afternoon, Mr. Roby. You've been charged in case 26CR002987J with simple battery. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
2 cycles. The last arrest was out of East Point, Georgia, for possession of a firearm or knife during the commission of a felony and purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana. That is open under 26 PI 000741. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, was a level 2 and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. This was a physical altercation between siblings. This was May 9th, 2026, apartment complex at 2989 in East Point, the Reserve apartment complex. And officers made contact with the victim, Miss Roby, Kyrese Roby. She explained with officers that she got into an altercation with her brother, the defendant, and she had, this was when she had asked him to leave their residence. They do live together, because he wasn't contributing financially. It was causing her stress. She told him several times that he needed to leave. He then refused, and there was the physical altercation ultimately came when the defendant admittedly mushed her in her face, strong on her in the face with his hand there. He admitted that he said, "You want your ASS beat?" And he stated that she said, beat my ASS, and that she was close to him. And at that point, he had mushed her in the face. So the defendant did admit to the conduct here. I do see that open case as well. He was just released January 30th, so not even, I believe, 4 months ago here. State's recommendation is going to be a $2,000 surety. No further contact with Kyrese Roby, and a stay away from the apartment complex, that 2989 Kentucky Court in East Point. I do believe that's where the other case originated from. I'm not even sure if he's supposed to be there, but I don't have that order in front of me. In any case, we'd be asking for a stay away from that apartment complex and no further contact, certainly out of an abundance of caution, as we have not been able to speak with Kyrese Roby here. But we would ask the court sound for her when appropriate. We would also ask for no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, Judge.
Roby, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I need for you to, if you choose to, I need for you to raise your right hand for me. Can you hear me, Miss Roby?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I believe it's the other hand.
Sorry about that.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court?
That it was just a big really like a big misunderstanding between us, and I don't feel like it was that serious.
Okay, did you call the police?
Like I didn't call the police, no. It wasn't me
Okay.
who called the police. And
Has
I
this-
didn't want to press charges.
Okay. Has this ever happened before?
No, sir.
Okay, and how long have y'all lived together?
About a year.
All right. Thank you for being here, Miss Roby.
Okay.
Miss Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Roby is only 21 years young, and even though he was born in New York, he has been here in Georgia almost all his life, 20 years plus. After 10th grade, he became a teenage father of 2 children, Your Honor. So to make a living and to support 2 children who are currently residing with him, he had to work. He does valet parking and all kinds of odd jobs here and there. His income is not that high, Your Honor. So he's qualified for public defender services. And he wants to be able to go back home. So we asked for signature on bond through pretrial level 2 and no further violent contact.
It will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2, no further violent contact with the alleged victim, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you both.
Your Honor, do we need to go back to position 13? You missed 14. Position 14, Nevaeh Green.
Have they had an opportunity to speak?
I have, Your Honor, and she did consent to the state's recommendation.
Okay. Let's see. And so we'll need to get that consent to Ms. Strong. Ms. Strong, were you able to get the everything you need for that?
No, sir. Oh, wait, so we're going through with the consent bond or we're doing the bond?
Well, I believe that we're gonna go through with the consent, so they'll get you a consent here directly.
Please send it over. Thank you.
I've sent it over. I sent it at 4:25.
To Ms. Evans Battle?
To Ms. Evans Battle, Ms. Champion, and then also Ms. Grace.
Okay, so Ms. Strong is the litigation manager for today, so if you all can send our orders to me, I greatly appreciate it.
I
Sorry.
got it. Thank you. I've got it to her.
Okay. Very good. Good luck to you, Ms. Green.
How much was that again?
Total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 is broken up, $3,500 for the battery and $500 for the criminal trespass, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right, next we got 31, Mr. Taylor.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Taylor. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0022997D with willful obstruction of law enforcement and theft by shoplifting. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor, 9 cycles. Last arrest was May 29, 2024, out of Atlanta for simple assault and disorderly conduct. That arrest did result in a misdemeanor conviction. There's also a 2024 conviction for criminal attempt to commit a felony and an FTA from 2020. Recommendation from pretrial is a level 2, Your Honor, and nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. I did also see a FTA from 2017. The incident here, May 9th, 2026, was at the CVS. This was at 2907 Main Street in East Point. The was an officer there conducting a safety check, and excuse me, while walking through the store, the officer saw a male, later identified as a defendant, grabbing various lotions from the store and stuffing them into his pants, concealing them. The defendant, when confronted, took off while screaming, and this was after the officer had initiated that stop there. There was a full-on foot pursuit where the officer had to physically take him down with the resistance. But he was ultimately able to handcuff him and detain him here. Total value of the various lotions and creams was approximately $80. With FTAs, as well as with the recent convictions for simple battery, disorderly conduct, and that criminal attempt to commit a felony. I do see other theft arrests in his history here. The state is recommending a $1,500 surety, and that breakdown would be $1,000 on the theft by shoplifting and $500 on the obstruction, as well as with a stay away from the CVS at 2907 Main Street, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. I believe that's it, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. So about 1 hour before, maybe no, not even 1 hour. This happened at 11:50 a.m. at the same place, same location, same date, 10:14 a.m. Mr. Pugh was also arrested, and my client says that he was arrested because police officers were looking for another person, and he claims that he denies the allegation, Your Honor. He is 33 years old. Even though he was born in Oklahoma, he has been here in Georgia for more than 26 years, and he has a 2 years old child. Your Honor, after graduating from high school, he's been taking classes for IT, computer science, but as of now, he is currently working at car wash. He has been residentially challenged for about 5 months, and because he's not making enough money, Your Honor, he is also participant of PAT program. So he's trying to get help for his housing situation. He also has cut fingers. He does not have a one finger here. And it's causing a lot of serious complication. It is getting infected. He saw the roaches walking through his hands today at the jail. He's afraid that it will cause him to end up like losing the entire hand. We asked for a signature on bond so he can be released. If Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond because of all these other charges, I asked for maybe $10 cash bond, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, just for clarity, I don't see, it did appear to happen on the same date and at the same CVS, but the facts are different. The property taken is different. There's another charge, possession, use of drug-related objects. There's nothing about Pew obstructing. These are, from the state's understanding, two entirely different individuals with two entirely different theft by shoplifting cases.
So, Ms. Kim, does he have he's working with Pat at the present time? Does he need additional assistance with housing at the present time?
Yes, he does. He's looking for, you need more housing resources, right? Yeah. We have a social worker right here at the court, so we will double check with her.
All right, for each charge, it'll be a $25 cash bond, makes for a total of a $50 cash bond. Social worker visit to assist with housing, stay away from the CVS on Main Street and East Point, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Taylor.
Next is position 16, Miss Hawes.
Good afternoon, Ms. Hawes. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0030006D with battery family violence, 2 counts. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
2 cycles. Last arrest was May 3rd, 2016, out of DeKalb County for battery, family violence, simple battery, family violence, and disorderly conduct. She was sentenced under first offender for that case, Your Honor. It appears to have been sealed in 2017. Recommendation is a level 1 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, it appears that this occurred, first of all, December 22nd of 2025. And the officers went to 641 Hughes Street, Southwest Atlanta, spoke with the victim, Mr. Tolbert, Tobias Tolbert, maybe it's Malachi Tobias Tolbert, where he advised that he and the children's mother, Ms. Hawes, had gotten into a disagreement. It began, of course, as a verbal dispute in reference to playing music with provocative lyrics, and their children were present at the time, and they have 3 children together. At the time of the incident, though, the children were not present and advised that she came up behind him and struck him in the back of the head with a bottle. The officers did observe some swelling to his head, and they also observed blood inside of his mouth from where she had also attacked and hit him. The bond recommendation in this particular case is for we were asking for a $2,500 surety as to each count for a $5,000 surety. At this particular time, it would be no further contact and to stay away from the location. We've not heard from the victim. I think they called and a child answered the phone and said the dad was not asleep or something, so we didn't get a response from the victim to know whether or not they wanted further contact. Thank you.
Mr. Tolbert is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Halls is 32 years old. She is a native. She graduated from Lithonia High School, and she also attended Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts, where she was able to get a job at the Drafting Table, which is a restaurant here. She's been working there for 2 months, and Your Honor, if she's not released soon, she is at risk of termination. She does have 4 children, one whose birthday is actually today. And Your Honor, as far as her history, it was from 2016. It was more than 10 years ago. She used her first offenders. And the night of the incident, although the alleged victim, Mr. Tolbert, is the one who called 911, he's also the one that told her to leave. He didn't want to press charges. He didn't want her to go to jail. And so what we'd be asking for in this case, for her to be able to return to her job so that she'd maintain employment. She can also get back to her child's birthday today, is for a signature bond at level 1, so that she can go ahead, be released, and start working herself back to stability, Your Honor.
What about contact, Ms. Patton?
Your Honor, they live together. I'm sure no further violent contact would suffice in this case.
For each charge will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $6,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Given that this happened back in 2025 and there have been no other instances, it appears, no further violent contact with the alleged victim, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Halls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep going, Milton.
Thank you. Next is position 27, Miss Perry.
Good afternoon, Ms. Perry. You've been charged in case 26 CR 002988B with battery, simple battery, and 4 counts of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
2 cycles. The last arrest was April 2nd, 2019 out of Albany, Georgia for criminal trespass. That case was dismissed. Recommendation is a UJR jail. Nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, sure. This incident here took place May 9th, 2026. This was in a vehicle where MLK Jr. Drive and Fulton Industrial Boulevard meet. Officer was dispatched to a physical altercation between women and made contact with the passengers in that vehicle. There were several, aside from the women here. 4 juveniles, juvenile JW, the second juvenile JW, MJ, and a second juvenile MJ, all 10 years of age or under. The victim here had advised that her half sister, Miss Taisha Perry, the defendant had began to pick, Brenda, I will say this, Brenda Perry, I believe the mother in this situation, was also present, explained to the officer that Miss Perry, the defendant here, began to pick on Taisha, pulling her hair. They began to fight and advised that Miss Perry, Miss Taisha then explained that Miss Perry had pulled her hair multiple times and struck her with her fist. She began to defend herself, and that's when they began to fight. Mr. Mark Weiss, who was also in the car, the brother-in-law, stated they were pulling on each other's hair as he was driving after Miss Perry continued to pick on Taisha. There was one child of the 4 there that also advised that Miss Perry was pulling on Taisha's hair after she was told to stop and ignored her plea to leave her alone. There were bruises on her face, the victim's face, from the incident, and the defendant was placed under arrest. We did speak with Taisha Perry. She at first was driving, she explains. Defendant began to speak aggressively to her, asking if she was using the charger. Responded calmly. Defendant continued to raise her voice and began spitting on her while yelling. And she stated that she had pulled over and her husband began driving, at which point she sat in the back seat. That's when the defendant became physical with her. They have different fathers, and she believes that the defendant has BPD and hears voices. She was recommending anger management and MHET. She's okay with no further violent contact. We would recommend a signature bond through pretrial, as well as 2 days anger awareness. We would recommend a social worker visit with her in discussion as far as MH concerns, other concerns go. No further violent contact with Taisha Perry. No violent contact with any of the family members in that car, the juveniles that I mentioned. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. If we could sound for Miss Perry at this time, Taisha Perry, that is.
Ms. Perry, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. Yes, ma'am, if you'll raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can place your hand down, Ms. Perry. What would you like to tell the court?
Well, Your Honor, I just want to let you know right now, I don't want nothing to happen to her. That is my mama's child. I don't want her to I don't want her to be charged. I'm not pressing charges against her. The accusations about her having schizophrenia and bipolar, I know she wasn't diagnosed with that, but that's just something that I feel because for years we've been trying to get her to change her ways. And I've been trying to talk to her as a sister, as a person. There was no need for her to get aggressive to me in that car. There was no need. On her defense, she did not get physical while I was driving. She did not. We pulled over. But after that fact, that's when everything transpired. But it was a misunderstanding.
Thank you for being here this afternoon, Ms. Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Perry is 30 years old. She went to graduation achievement high school where she got her diploma. She is currently enrolled in Santa Fe College, which is in Gainesville, Georgia. She has one child, another on the way. And Your Honor, as you heard from her sister, it was a misunderstanding. She has not been diagnosed with any of the mental health things that came up. She doesn't want to press charges. They weren't physical while she was driving. And so, Your Honor, there's going to be no objection to the state's recommendation for a signature bond.
Okay, for the $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For the simple battery, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For each of the cruelty to children, a $250 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further violent contact with Taisha Perry. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Perry.
All right, next we got 34, Mr. White.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
And is this Mr. White at the South Annex here?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. White.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0030002Y with possession of a pistol or revolver by a person under 18 years of age. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
First arrest, Your Honor, recommendation from pretrial was a level 1 and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor, this was an incident from May 9th, 2026, 1660 Johnson Road in Atlanta is the address. There was an officer conducting patrol and as part of a proactive unit targeting violent crimes, gangs, guns, and illegal narcotics. He observed two males riding a single electric scooter on a public roadway. This was in violation of a local ordinance here in the city of Atlanta. And there was an investigatory stop. And the rear passenger on the scooter, identified as the defendant, was seen repeatedly moving his hands toward the front pouch area of his hooded sweatshirt, despite being given verbal commands to keep his hands visible. This was consistent based on the officer's training experience with attempting to access, conceal, or secure a weapon. So the officer began to detain the defendant, and as he was doing so, he stated he had a firearm in the right front pocket of that sweatshirt. That was recovered. It was a handgun, Taurus G2 C9 millimeter, and the check revealed with respect to the defendant's ID. He was 17 years old, and as such could not possess a handgun. That firearm was recovered. He was Mirandized and waived those rights, and he did agree to speak with the officer, stating he had just stole the firearm. That was, upon further clarification, determined to be that he meant he recently took that firearm from his grandmother's residence without her permission, rather than stealing it from an unknown person or through a street transaction. She did provide officers confirmation that she was the owner of that firearm. And yes, the state's recommendation here is going to be for a $5,000 surety, Your Honor, given the firearm involved in this case. As Your Honor knows, it's a very serious case, any firearm case that comes to our office, and we want to ensure the safety of the public here. There's a reason why this law exists. The state's recommendation is that the $5,000 surety be imposed, as well as a surrender of any and all firearms to the sheriff's office that he may possess otherwise. No drugs, alcohol, and certainly no firearms while out on bond.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. White is only 17 years old. He is currently enrolled at Douglas High School, and he is currently at 10th grade. He's a very good student at school, and he's very involved with ROTC, the junior ROTC. He wants to serve the country as he's graduating from high school soon. Your Honor, he is currently residing with his auntie, and I have been texting his grandmother, father, and auntie to see if any of them can co-sign for him if we need. I'm hoping that somebody will come in and join and tell us that they can. We asked for a signature on bond through free trial level 1. This is his first arrest.
I'll text you back, Big Kim. This is his father.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, and sir, can you come on camera for me? Yes, sir. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And tell me your full name.
Javon White, Senior.
Mr. White, what can you tell me about your son? Where does he live?
He reside with my sister, you know, out in Timber Court, man. Good kid, never been in no trouble. Don't get suspended. He's looking for a job right now. He got a baby on the way. That's his only mistake right now. But yeah, man, good kid overall though.
Okay. Is he in school?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being here, Mr. White.
Okay.
It's going to be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. I want him to have a curfew. He's to be home by 9 p.m. and he's not able to leave until 6 a.m. He's to stay in school. He's to relinquish all firearms, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. White.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, when he gets
Yes.
if he has to stay a little bit late for his work because he has to make money for a newborn baby coming soon, can he come late?
If he gets a job, Ms. Kim, have him seek a modification of the curfew.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I
Who
don't
do we
have
have
a
next?
co-sign for a bond
No, sir. You might want to pick him up though.
from Wright Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Who do we have next?
Position 32, Ms. Trejo.
Good afternoon, Ms. Trejo. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0029995F with battery, 2 counts of simple battery, and simple assault. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor. First arrest recommendation is a UJR through the jail. Nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. I did see this incident was from April 26th of this year, 1473 Raintree Drive in Roswell. There was physical disturbance that officers responded to. They made contact with the victim here, Miss Dianira Perez. She explained that the defendant, who is the girlfriend of her friend, Francisco, had attacked her. She was hanging out at his house, his residence, which was the 1473 address. Stayed the night there in that apartment, and the defendant showed up, saw her laying in bed with the defendant and grabbed her by the hair and her arm and dragged her out of the bed before beginning to strike her. The She was still very upset. Subsequent to that, she grabbed a frying pan, as the victim recounts, and raised it in the air, advancing towards Miss Dayanara Perez as if she was going to strike her with it. Francisco did step in and prevent that, thankfully. The Excuse me, she had, yeah, warrant was issued for the defendant's arrest at that time, subsequently located with her arrest for this case here. State's recommending a signature bond through pretrial services. We would recommend 3 days anger awareness, as well as no further contact with Miss Perez. And seeing as she doesn't reside there, we won't be asking for a stay away, but we are certainly asking for no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. Appears to be a jealous incident. We think some anger management courses could help here. If we could sound for Ms. Perez, we have not been able to speak with her yet.
If Ms. Perez is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor, we're not going to object to a signature bond.
For the battery, it will be a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For each of the other charges, a $500 signature bond through pretrial level 1 makes for a total of a $2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Ms. Perez. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
And next we got 33, Mr. Tunick.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Before we go to position 33, what's your name again? Nakaya Green, I believe she got a consent bond. Does she need to come before you?
Has she not already been before me?
No, Your Honor. She did speak to Attorney Patton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's gonna have to, I'm gonna have to have her before me, so we'll do her next. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is Mr. Tunick?
It is.
Okay, good afternoon. Mr. Tunick, you've been charged in case 26 CR 0029998D with loitering and prowling and giving false information to law enforcement. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
One cycle out of Georgia and one cycle with ICE. The last arrest was December 3rd, 2025 for knowingly destroying evidence or deleting the digital contents of a phone. There was no disposition listed for that case, Your Honor. Recommendation was a UJR and nothing further.
Thank you. Who's presenting for the state?
Could I get the name of this defendant, or at least the position number again?
33, Tunick.
33. Oh, this is mine. I apologize. Yes, Your Honor. This was a May 8th incident, 1914-898 Curran Street in Atlanta. Officers patrolling the streets and observed two males, one of which was the defendant, in a dumpster outside one of the residential buildings there. It did appear, following the officer's investigation, that they were dumpster diving. There was a headlamp and gloves as well that were recovered. The defendant, when asked for his identification, did give a false ID false name and false date of birth. To the officer here, gave the name Sam Thompson, 11/5/1995, which naturally returned nothing in the search for the identity here, excuse me. And he stated he didn't have his ID on him. I believe they did recover that ID as well. They were given a 2-year criminal trespass from the campus. Both of the individuals were. And I believe, from what I can tell, the reason for the false ID involved him being on an active watch list for either gang or terrorist related subject matter. I'm not really sure. It doesn't go into the detail, but the pretrial did read the history to you. The state's recommending signature bond through pretrial services. Stay away from Georgia Tech property, as it was, from the campus, 2-year suspension, anyways. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, and I believe that's it for the states.
Any objection to any of that, Ms. Kim?
What was the recommendation again? I couldn't hear it.
Signature bond through pretrial services. We're recommending stay away from Georgia Tech premises and property, as he has no affiliation there, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol.
No objection, Your Honor. We
All right,
object.
for each charge, it'll be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Stay away from Georgia Tech. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Tunick.
Thank you.
Okay, going to Ms. Green here. Good afternoon, Ms.
That's
Position
position
15.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Green, you've been charged in case 26 CR 002996C with simple assault, family violence, and simple battery, family violence. It's my understanding that there's a consent bond in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you'll put that on the record for me.
$3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. It is for 2 counts of simple assault, $1,500 for each count. There were for her to participate in 3 anger management classes, no further violent contact with Janiyah Claire, no drugs, alcohols, or weapons while on bond, and no further violations of the law.
That's your understanding, Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Good luck to you, Ms. Green.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. We would just ask that she get a one-time escort to the property to retrieve any of her belongings.
Okay. There wasn't a stay away requested, was there, Ms. Evans-Battle, or did I miss that?
No, I know the victims in the case, I thought they said they'd gotten their key from her. And I'm not opposed to the one-time visit. We'll just let the victim know that she's gonna come with police or escort for that.
From my understanding, it was something already in the works, and so we just wanted to allow her to be able to retrieve her things.
Okay, that's fine. So one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings. All right.
All right, hold on one second.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye, everybody.
All right, see you next time.
Okay.
All right, let's go 24, Mr. Mitchell.
Okay, so this is, can we go, I guess, off the YouTube